Welcome into the Players Club. Now for your hosts, London Fletcher and Santana Moss.
Welcome to the Players Club, coming to you from the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. I'm London Fletcher. Got 8 to the 9, Mr. Santana Moss, a.k.a. Cowboy Killer, a.k.a. Giant Slayer. And we got the Mouth of the South filling in for Sean Springs. We got Fred Smoot.
Yes.
Fellas, football season is here,
It's
man.
here, baby. It's in the air. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But before we get to talking about football, let's take a look at this video.
Future Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell has an extremely important message from one of our favorite Washington legends.
Well, it gives me great pride to do this, man. A lot of places I go, people ask me, are you and Santana related? I'm like, nah, we just hang a lot, you know? And as I began, I was always a big fan of Tana, and as I watched him play and I hang out with him, I see why, you know, because the dude is about his business, and, you know, you always do a great job. And I tell people, well, you know what? Tana and I hang so much, we need to be hanging together for the rest of our lives. And I think we will be, brother, because first game against the Giants, you coming up in the rafters. You going in the Ring of Fame, brother.
Yes, sir.
Love you, man. Congratulations.
And we love you so much. Your whole fam pulled up from Mr. 8 to the 9. The whole family is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Man,
All those rascals, man.
Tyler, what was it like, man, having been able to share that moment with your family and your friends?
Nah, it was good, man. I mean, I think one of the things that I remember for the rest of my life, man, just being surprised at that way, and like I said, man, everybody couldn't be there, but as soon as I heard the news, it was just the memories of the people that I know that's probably going to be here when I do get inducted. I went straight to think about my parents, man. I just went straight to think about my parents, because that's one of the things, like I tell folks, I say, man, as a kid, we want to please our parents. We want our parents to be happy for us, for what we become, you know, who we are, what we accomplish. And that was another notch that I'm like, man, it's another reason for them to smile.
Hey, I put my mouse hat on. I felt like I was getting my name up there because it's my classmate. Yeah. Santana! 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 Woo! This my boy. Like, we started this voice together, like, kind of like, can we play in the league? I know we just killed college, so to see it go full circle and his name to be immortalized, that's unbelievable.
Fred, you mentioned being in the draft class with him.
Yeah.
You knew about him. You played with him.
Yeah.
Played against him.
Yeah.
What was it like, and what made Tanner such a dominant receiver, man?
Man, first of all, unlike most receivers, he wasn't no diva.
Yes.
Like, he had like zero diva in him, in which he had the right to have all kind of diva in him. But I think when it came down to him, everybody's scared of a 4-2 receiver. Everybody is. Most of us cornerbacks not, because we know it's a difference between the ability to run and the ability to stop. Santana had quickness and speed. Should have been 99 on Madden until he was 39 years old because he had the ability to come in and out of his cuts. He had the ability to get 100 miles per hour and stop on a dime. Most people can't do that. Plus, once he get past you, once you see that mouse license plate, you might well chop it on up. You might well chop it on up.
I'll tell you this, so Tanner, had you ever thought about, like, man, maybe, because you at the stadium all the time, you see names up there. Did you ever think about it, whether you'd be,
you know
you
what
go
was
up
crazy?
in the Raptors?
The guys who was there, like Gary would mention it. One day you're going to be up there, Tanner.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Gary was telling me this before I even had finished playing. Like, when I was playing,
Gary always been
was
a
a big supporter of mine.
You mentioned being back in this community. You live here. You still have your foundation, 89 Ways.
Yeah.
You do a lot. What was it for you to be able to have this opportunity come Sunday to share this with the community, the fan base, man, that love you? What's that mean to you?
It means a lot. I think it means a lot more so because, one, if, like I said before, if they never put my name up there, the way they treat me, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I walk around this thing and I can hurt nobody because the fans treat me like I'm God sometimes. And I be sitting there like, man, do I deserve all this? Like, I just play football. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that. I appreciate I appreciate them for appreciating me. Because I think when you get between the white lines, you know, that other person come out. But I want to be available for you guys all the time.
I played with current Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce, another
Torrey
Hall of
Holt.
Famer.
Torrey Holt should
should be in there, play with you.
Very
and some
soon.
Listen, you going to be in my starting lineup,
There we
baby.
go, baby.
I'm picking 8 to the 9,
I
man.
take the slot.
Oh, yeah, we going to move y'all around. After the break, we're going to go into the film room and look at Terry's top plays from 2024.
This guy's a big-time threat, over the top, great route runner.
We ain't gonna let go down in our house. Going down there, let's be say so. We catch what we want. We get the
Down one for McLaurin in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
down the sideline for Terry McLaurin. McLaurin in Washington.
Running up to the top, won't stop, level up. Terry McLaurin caught it. Touchdown!
Zone is caught. Touchdown. The timing was to perfection.
It's an incredible route, and what a catch! Huge catch from McLaurin.
Man, we got to call him Terry toe tap, but this was
Big shot, Daniels to McLaurin.
Offense goes through.
And he's getting the fans up out of their chairs and making noise here in Landover.
Who got it better than us? Nobody.
Welcome back into the Players Club. 2024 marked a big season for wide receiver Terry McLaurin. The wide receiver set a franchise record with 13 touchdown receptions on the season. He also hit a career high with 500-yard receiving games last season. Let's head back into the film room and take a look at some of Scary Terry's biggest plays from 2024. It's time for Fast Lane, presented by Eastern Automotive Group. Any car, any way, for everyone since 1988. All right, fellas, man, we back here in the film room checking out our guy, none other than Scary Terry. Some of his top plays from last season. First play, man, Jaden Daniels deep pass down the left sideline to Terry McLaurin for 18 yards.
Delonte Banks hate Terry McLaurin. I told you, he doesn't have any of these references you could play off of him. You have to play him very neutral. Banks can't
But
do it.
I like the fact that just he's selling him like he don't know if it's a skinny post,
Yeah.
a dig, or whatever.
And then he
at the-
stacked him now.
Yeah, stacked him, and then the last minute goes outside for the fade ball. Perfect pass, too, by JD5.
I love the pettiness in Terry, because I remember when he caught this pass, he got up and gave him a little small gesture or something like that.
Because Banks had with talking trash.
They
Banks
always
had-
going there. They
because
always
Banks
going
had
there
been
all the
talking.
time.
Yeah, they go back and forth.
So that's
And
what I
they-
like the most. All right, second play. Jaden Daniels pass deep down the right sideline versus Cleveland for 66 yards. Oh, I remember this one right here. I was telling Terry, pick your legs up, baby. Pick your legs up.
But the ability to track this ball, though.
Yeah.
No, that was big time.
And making himself available.
Yeah, because he wasn't the first read on this one.
No.
And then now it's about just running away. Can I find the ball? And like Terry talked about, over my shoulder, left or right, I can find that ball. And come on, he's doing this one of the best defensive backs out there.
That's that baseball player.
He say, pick them legs up.
Pick them legs up. But he said, hey, he told you himself. He's been working on it.
Yeah.
And that's why late in the season you saw him breaking some of them tackles. All right, play number 3. Jaden Daniels pass short across the middle of the field. Terry McLaurin versus Pitt, 17-yard 17-yard catch for 54 yards.
You know, when you go into a bar, the first thing you want to order is a little yak. That's what Terry said. He want to work more on the yak, and this is what he's talking about.
But this is what I love about Terry. So you say Terry doesn't have
A defining trait.
I said it's his slant routes. I say
all right.
3 things you can guarantee in life: death, taxes, and Terry winning on the slant.
Winning on the slant.
He's gonna win them slant routes, man.
He has won a lot of those slants. One of the biggest slants that I've seen right here. And the thing that I love the most about this play is that when he got into the open, I knew he wanted to change that
The ball to the right
but
hand.
he wasn't sure if that guy was going to swipe at it. So he
Yeah.
just said, you know what? I'm just going to get caught because I need to get these yards more so than trying to score. That was a big play by him. My next one, Jaden Daniels, deep pass down the right side for 86 yards against them boys. This one right here, we thought was going to get us back into the game and tie everything up.
Hey, I thought we back.
Oh, my
but
God.
I love the play design.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, especially from this angle.
Third man through the zone on a cover 2, deep cover 2 read, or either cover 4. Most quarterbacks won't throw that ball in there.
Won't throw
Tanner talked about his catch against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Very similar to this, but this is when I know you ain't got to go to San Francisco to get Rice Aroni.
Watch when he hit that gas.
Yeah.
Like he in about 4th, 5th gear right here. And then,
And this when number 2.
bam, that's that 6th gear.
But you see number 2 action right now that y'all get the tag number on that truck. Right? Like, I've been in that position. situation where you feel helpless as a DB, and you know I can't catch this dude, but I got to keep running.
Oh, man. All right, the last one, baby. Terry McLaurin, 58-yard slip screen in Detroit in the playoffs, man. I remember when he caught this thing. When he broke free, I said he won't be caught. I promise you. And he made sure that my promise held up.
You know, y'all leave me here on road games, all right? But when he caught this ball, I jumped on the plane and headed to Detroit. I went into Motown Records and threw gold records against the wall. I went to the Ford company. I kicked Ford trucks. I did everything I could do.
We leave you here for your own benefit. Trust me.
Just off that rent. That's why we leave home.
But, man, I like the fact how he ran through, we call it running through the smoke, man. I love that play.
All right, man. Next up, man, Scary Terry will be joining us right on set.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to the Players Club. As promised, we got Terry McLaurin joining us. Terry.
We back.
All right, man. You had a hell of an off season.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was a crazy off season. I got married. I went on a honeymoon. I went to Europe for the first time. Had my contract situation going on. So, and now it's the season. So I feel like I ain't really had no time to like breathe. But like it's been a blessing though. You know what I mean? Like I try to take everything in stride, and it's good just now to be focusing on football now.
What is that like when you say, okay, having the season that you had in 2024 and saying, okay, now I want to jump the broom?
For sure.
And you know it's so much because the women want more than what we really want to do. We want to just get married and go on about our business, but they got the honeymoon plan, they got all the plans. What was that like? Because you was on a high already coming out the season. What was it like to now be on another high?
Emotional
with her?
high. It was amazing, honestly. Like she did a great job of like I grew up knowing I wanted to be married one day, but I didn't know what a table set looked like, flowers. I didn't know how much that joint cost. I didn't know how much that joint cost, man.
Don't pay the price to be the boss.
So I'm like, are we sure? Are we sure?
Just come to the Justice of Peace and get this done.
But like honestly, at the end of the day, like my wife is amazing, and at the end of the day, I wanted her to have the wedding of her dreams.
That's
and the great thing about it is we had a destination wedding in Mexico, and so we had a lot of our close family and friends sacrifice their time and the resource to come out and support us, and that was the biggest thing.
That's
like
dope.
for people to be able to see our union before God and just see how we've grown as a couple. Because I've known her for a really long time, and we've grown immensely. So she did a great job during the season handling a whole lot of this stuff. I handled kind of like the food and the taste test and stuff. I got that part, but she did a great job handling everything. And then when the season was over, we was straight into the wedding. So like after Philly, it was like a week or two, and then we was right into the wedding. You know what I mean? And so we got married February 15th, and it was an amazing ceremony.
That's what's up.
If I got to say anything word that kind of talks to your career, it's troubleshooting. Like you've always find a way to figure it out.
For sure.
Like you played for the same name that we had on our helmet. You played for the football team. Now you playing for the Commanders.
3 teams, 1 city.
You weathered every storm.
Yeah.
How does it feel to finally walk into a year that's got promise hooked to it?
For sure.
Like, because usually you walk into a year and it's like, let's see what we can do. Let's see, can we figure it out?
Right.
But now the pressure is on. Like,
For
people
sure.
are picking y'all to like contend and be a Super Bowl contender. How does that feel now?
It feels amazing to come into the season with expectations. You know, the expectation to try to win the division and make it back to the playoffs and to try to win a Super Bowl this year. Like, the expectation is great if you're a competitor. And the great thing about it, we're surrounded by a lot of coaches and players in that locker room who are not afraid of those expectations. And at the same time, like, you just can't assume that it's going to be the same as last year.
It never will.
Right.
It never is, man.
Never will.
Y'all know it. We all play ball. Like,
Say it
so
all the time.
just because we had a great success last year doesn't equal that we're going to have that same success this year. And so I think it's been great to see just the day one mentality that we've all had going into this season and the excitement that, Washington football is where it should be, competing for championship.
Yep.
You mentioned having success last season as a team. You personally set the franchise record with 13 touchdown receptions in a season.
Went past Tanner.
Hey, that's great company. That's great company, though.
Trying to find anything he can
Had 5 100-yard receiving games, all pro, Pro Bowl. Then you get married, and then everything else that transpired. But you also have to go into the offseason like, man, how can I get better as a player? What was that process like for you to say, okay, I've achieved these things, but I still got other levels I can get to.
Definitely. I think right after the honeymoon that we went to, like that next week, and I'm getting back off of the time difference from the Maldives, so it's like a 12-hour time difference, and I headed straight down to Florida to start working. You know what I mean? Start working out and working with TA Goldfeet, my receiver coach that I work with, and working at Bomberitos, just getting my speed and agility, getting my body back healed up, and working on the fine tuning of my game. And I feel like just being more sudden in the top of my routes, being able to run into a route like a pinch route, a comeback routes that coming back to the quarterback, and I don't have to kind of lean or stutter. I could just drop down into my break and come out in 2 or 3 steps. So I've been really drilling that over the last all season, and continue to just get better with my body language. You know what I mean? Being able to sell routes with my eyes and my shoulders. And those little nuances, when you get to this stage of your career going into year 7, there's already all that film out on you, but there's still little details that you could get better at that's going to help you be a seasoned route runner or a seasoned receiver, And I think one thing that I've really still used to my advantage is, my speed. I don't have to run 100 miles per hour every single route. Like deception is a big part of route running. You know what I mean? And being able to make the DB feel like you're going to be running by him, and then I have that extra gear to be able to run by him or sell that I'm going to run by, get in his blind spot. He got to flip and turn and run, and then I could come back to the quarterback. So just little nuanced skills that I've tried to continue to sharpen in my game is what I did this offseason.
That's funny you say that, because me and Santana always go back and forth, because I said, like, as an XDB, most receivers got a defining trait.
Yeah.
Like, they got something that says, this is what he does well, this is what I got to take away. Now, when I'm studying Terry, you kind of Jerry Rice's in a way where you don't have a defining trait.
Yeah.
It's nothing clear about your game. It's the whole sum
100%.
of the parts. And Jerry always had this ability. I think they said Jerry ran, a 4.5 coming out of college?
4.5,
Nobody ever caught him from behind.
Yeah.
Nobody ever caught him from behind. Do you feel like you are one of those receivers where I haven't got no defining trait? That makes me harder to check, because I feel like that makes you harder to check.
100%. I think I do a lot of things at a very high level. I think my best traits are probably tracking the deep ball.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Almost like baseball, like being able to track it over both shoulders. That allows me to be able to comfortably stack DBs and give Jaden, a good area to throw the football on the outside of the numbers. And the contested catches, I think, winning at the catch point, I think contested catches is kind of sometimes gets misconstrued as, then you're not getting open. You're not getting separation.
No,
yeah,
it's
that's
just
not
the
thing.
top of the ball.
Who's winning at the catch point?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When that ball's in the air and it's you and the DB, who's winning? And I think that's one of my elite traits. But I think, honestly, I do it all really well. I run deep routes, middle of the field routes, underneath routes. I block really solidly, and I make plays when you need me to make plays. And I think that's the traits that you want from a receiver, and I try to continue to be the best leader I can. If there's one area I feel like I continue want to improve in is just yards after a catch. You know what I mean? I think that, the yak. I think I improved on that those last few games this season with the Detroit play and the Eagles play, but continue to try to create plays after the catch, I think, is something that I think will allow my game to continue.
Do you get better with that, with hand placement, or learning stiff arm more, or finding where the defender is after 100%. I get the ball?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a feel. You know what I mean? I think I've tried to really drill that in practice, where you'll see me kind of running full speed after I catch the ball, because I'm trying to simulate having to set up that safety or doing a little in-out move on a DB that's on a comeback on my hip. Yeah, and then having to use a stiff arm as well, and trying to pick up my feet so I'm not getting tripped up.
Okay, what I want to ask you before we let you leave, you've been here, this year 7?
7, bro.
And one of the things about being here for a long time, I had 10 years here. You see so many guys in and out of that wide receiver room. And even on your team as a whole, what are your kind of like, what is the first initial thought you had when you found out you was going to have Debo as one of your compadres?
Yeah, man, Debo is a dog. Like, he's like-minded, like with me. You know what I mean? And I think, like you said, a lot of receivers have certain traits about them that stand out. And I think one of the things that stands out about Debo is his competitive edge and his dog mentality when he's on the field. You feel him when he's out on the field. You feel him when he's making plays with the ball in his hands. And so when you got a guy like that to bring to your receiver room, he brings an attitude and an edge that complements myself, Noah, and the other guys that we have. And he's played in some of the biggest games, 2 Super Bowls, championship games. And so the moment's not too big for him. And to have another guy who can make plays when you get the ball in his hands, who's just a dog in and out. And, you know, when we go against those tough teams, he's going to be standing front line right with you. You know what I mean? And that's a guy you want to go to battle with. And so I've had a lot of respect for him since, you know, we met back at the Senior Bowl coming out of college. And just to see how his career has progressed has been great. And now that he's on our team, I think he's going to really help us this year.
That's what's up.
Oh, appreciate it, man. It's been
For
awesome,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
Well, my last thing, Buckeyes. Did you go to that game? Buckeyes, they go against Texas.
Gotta get some love.
Did you go or you just watched it here?
I did go.
Okay.
I went to the game. I was in the shoe. It's always be good to be back in the shoe. Yeah, man. So it was good to see those boys. The offense always starts a little slow. We got bringing a new quarterback. Everything's gonna be good right there. But Matt Patricia's doing his thing on the defensive side of the ball. Them boys is flying around. So to come out there and make a statement week 1. Is great against the number 1 team.
I hate to report the news. SEC.
Yeah. I don't know.
Terry, you've been on here plenty of times. As you know, we like to have all our guests autograph this football. We appreciate you, man.
I appreciate y'all too, man. Always
most
having me
definitely.
on and just support me. You know, there's not too many OG Redskins and OG players, so I'm just happy to be a part of this.
You headed to OGism.
Hey, that time go by fast now. Listen, 7, I was like,
They say after 4 years it's a wrap.
it's so fast, dog.
They call you Uncle.
I know, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said they're like, you know, when you hit 30, they like, you got to get ready for Social Security or something. I'm like, I can still play
Man,
now.
I played till I was 38 and a half.
I love to hear that right there.
Yeah.
And he looked like
They cut you at about 32. All right, that's it. That'll do it for the Players Club. We'll see y'all next time. Next week, same time. The Players Club was filmed at the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.